Hello everyone, I'm Travis.
And I'm Nicole.
And let's get wanderlost. Food is a huge part of cruising, and Star of the Seas has tons of options for food. So in this video, we're going to go over all of those options that are available on Royal Caribbean's Star of the Seas. As with all of Royal Caribbean ships, there are several options for complementary dining, which means it's included, and specialty dining, which means it's available for an additional charge. So we're going to go through each one of the venues, tell you a little bit about them, and let you know if they're worth trying or not. Let's start off with all of the included or complimentary dining options. All of the included or complimentary dining options are included with your cruise fare, and you can go as many times as you like. The first venue we'll talk about is one of the more popular venues on board Star of the Seas, and it's the main dining room. The main dining room is located near the back of the ship on decks 3, 4, and 5. The main dining room is open for breakfast and dinner every day of your cruise and lunch on sea days. There are two different options for dinner in the main dining room. The first being traditional dining, which means you have the same table, same waiter, same time each night of your cruise, and the other being my time dining, which is more flexible, where you can make your own reservations or just show up during dinner hours and wait in a line to be seated. Nicole and I love my time dining because it gives us the flexibility to go to different shows at different times on different days without being set to one time for dinner. Some people may prefer the traditional dining because it's predictable and you'll have the same table and same waiter every night of your cruise. There are also several themed nights for each night of your cruise in the main dining room. They range from Caribbean night, Italian night, Asian night, Mexican night, your classic Bon Voyage, and welcome aboard menus. The food in the main dining room is very traditional for a cruise ship. For dinner, we recommend the prime rib. And Nicole and I even took a tour of the galley of the main dining room. It's called Sip Tour Brunch. If you want to know more about that tour, we feature it in our Sea Days video on our channel.
The next venue we'll talk about is also one of the more popular venues aboard Star of the Seas, and it's the Windjammer Marketplace. The Windjammer Marketplace is the buffet aboard Star of the Seas, and it is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on each day of your cruise. The Windjammer also has themed nights, which are very similar to what they offer in the main dining room, but if you are not into those themes, there are always plenty of different options available. The Windjammer on Star of the Seas is one of the largest in the entire Royal Caribbean fleet, but it does get very busy still if you go during peak hours, so we like to go either right before they're closing or right when it opens to avoid some of those crowds. Make sure you go to the Windjammer on embarkation day, as they tend to have lobster, crab, shrimp, and even filet available. The Windjammer is located on deck 15 towards the back of the ship.
Now we'll head down to the Royal Promenade, and on deck 5 is the pizza place on board Star of the Seas, and it's Sorrento's Pizza. Sorrento's Pizza is open for lunch and dinner every day of your cruise. It's even open late, usually till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We love to go to Sorrento's after some of those late night shows and late night parties to grab a couple slices and head back up to our room and go to bed. Sorrento's has your traditional pepperoni and cheese pizzas, and then they usually do a pizza of the day. This could be a Hawaiian style, a meat lovers, like one they call an American, which has meat and some other stuff on it, and a few other different types of pizza.
Also on the Royal Promenade on deck 6 is the Pearl Cafe. This is the replacement for Cafe Promenade on other classes of ships, and it is a fantastic venue. This is where you can get all of your quick serve breakfast, snacks, sandwiches, desserts, and also where you can get your extra charge specialty coffees. Right next door, there is also the complimentary drink station where you can get any of your hot coffee, water, tea, juices throughout the day. A unique feature to Icon class ships and Star of the Seas are the floor-to-ceiling windows located at the Pearl Cafe, which gives you an ocean view on the Royal Promenade. This is a great place to grab a cup of coffee and have a seat and take in that ocean view. We recommend the Oreo cheesecake and the muffalata sandwich, and for the extra charge specialty coffee, the iced white mocha.
Now we'll head out to the Surfside, which is the neighborhood at the very back of the ship on deck 7 that's made for children and families. The first venue in Surfside is the Surfside Eatery. This is a secondary buffet after the Windjammer. The really cool thing about the Surfside Eatery is all of the food is geared towards children. They even have themed days like Pirate Day, where you can get a chicken sword instead of a chicken skewer. So if you're looking to avoid some of the crowds at the Windjammer and you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, head down to Surfside and try the Surfside Eatery. Right next to the Surfside Eatery is Surfside Bites, and this is a quick service snack area where you can grab things like cookies, pizza toasties, and other quick food. This is the location of what would be the best cookie on a Royal Caribbean ship, the confetti cookie. Attached to Surfside Bites is also Sprinkles, which is a place to get ice cream.
Heading up to deck 8, we have the Park Cafe, located in the Central Park area of Star of the Seas. Park Cafe is open for breakfast and lunch, and this is a quick service venue where you can grab sandwiches, salads, desserts, and a couple little grab and go items as well. There is also a drink station located in Park Cafe where you can fill up on juices and coffee. At the Park Cafe, we recommend the Royal Kenilworth sandwich. It is a Royal Caribbean classic, and it is delicious.
Now let's head up to deck 16 near the back of the ship and Thrill Island, where we'll find Base Camp. Base Camp is another quick service complimentary dining option that is open for lunch. Base Camp specializes in smash burgers, chicken nuggets, hot dogs, and tater tots. The Base Camp Smash Burger is probably the best free hamburger on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, so make sure you try that one. They also have pretzel bites, and they were much better on Star of the Seas than what they were on Icon of the Seas.
Going down a deck to deck 15 is where you will find El Loco Fresh. This is your quick service, build your own burritos, tacos, and nachos on board Star of the Seas. El Loco Fresh is open for lunch and offers plenty of options, as well as a really great salsa and toppings bar so that you can make your Mexican favorites. If you are a fan of nachos like I am, I actually prefer the nachos from El Loco Fresh. Then I do the nachos that you actually have to pay for in Playmakers.
We'll head to the front of the ship on deck 15 and into the Aquadome, which is where the Aqua Theater is located. You'll find the Aquadome Marketplace, which is like a food hall on Star of the Seas. The Aquadome Marketplace has several little kiosks to grab food. These kiosks are Pig Out Barbecue, which is barbecue food, Mai Tai, which is Thai food, Feta Mediterranean, which is Mediterranean food, La Costanita, which is like Cuban and Mexican food, and then Creme de la Crepe, which is your crepes. On Star of the Seas, we enjoyed Feta Mediterranean because Nicole loves their Mediterranean bowls, La Costanita because they have arepas and other food that are excellent, and then of course, Creme de la Crepe, because who can go wrong with some really good crepes? The Aquadome Marketplace opens for brunch and closes after dinner. It's a great alternative to the Windjammer and the main dining room.
Moving down to deck 12, we have the Vitality Cafe. This is located at the entrance to the spa, and it is where you can get complimentary granola bars and fruit. And for an extra charge, you can get juices, smoothies, and specialty coffee.
Now let's talk about some unusual or special complimentary dining venues. The first one is the Crown Lounge. The Crown Lounge is located on deck 6 near the front of the ship. The Crown Lounge is the Crown and Anchor Society Lounge. You have to be diamond status or above to go in here. They offer small plates for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's the best place, or really the only place on board to get a Berliner donut, my favorite. They also have a bar inside the Crown Lounge, but again, you have to be diamond status or above to go in there. Next, we have a couple venues that are only accessible for suite guests. Located on decks 18 and 19 is the Grove. The Grove is where the Suite Sun Deck, the Suite Lounge, and a suite-only restaurant where they offer snacks and stuff, is located. We've never been into the Grove, so if you've stayed in a Sky Class or higher suite and you've spent time in the Grove, let us know how it is. We're really curious. And then located on decks 16 and 17 is the suite-only restaurant, which is called Coastal Kitchen. If you're staying in a C-Class suite, you can go here for dinner, or if you're staying in a Star or Sky Class, you can go here for breakfast or lunch and dinner, because everybody gets to go for dinner. We loved Coastal Kitchen on Icon of the Seas and Odyssey of the Seas. Make sure you go there on night 1. The filet mignon is definitely worth it. And Coastal Kitchen on these Icon class ships gives you an incredible view of the Aquadome, even though they try to close the curtains when the Aqua Theater show is going on.
Now we'll talk about room service, which is both complimentary and not in some cases. If you order the continental breakfast, that is included free of charge. That is going to give you your juices, pastries, bagels, all of that sort of stuff for a nice quick breakfast. If you want to order a hot breakfast or anything else off their menu for lunch or dinner, then it will be a charge of $7.95 plus gratuity. But there is no limit to what you can order, so this is a really good value. And when we tried room service, a lot of the food was excellent.
Now let's talk about some of the specialty dining options on board Star of the Seas. Specialty dining requires an additional fee or a dining package in order to go to these restaurants. The prices can range anywhere from a prix-fixe menu that starts around $30 or all the way up to some of the more expensive restaurants like Celebration Table, which can be upwards of $1,000 per meal. There are several different dining packages available through Royal Caribbean. Everything from a single restaurant to 3 restaurants or the unlimited dining pack, which allows you to go to any restaurant you want to go to. Just be mindful that there are some fees. Let's start off on deck 6, near the back of the ship. You'll find the sports bar on board Star of the Seas. It's Playmakers, sports bar, and arcade. Playmakers is your traditional sports bar. It's where you can go to watch the big game on your big cruise. They have a full bar menu and some really good bar food. We highly recommend the classic Playmakers burger that comes with their unbelievable Playmakers fries and the buffalo chicken crunch rolls. Both of those are excellent, and the prices at Playmakers are pretty good. The burger's about $11.99, and the crunch rolls are about $8. If you have a dining package, you do get a $20 per person credit, and it only works on the first time that you go to each restaurant per day. Playmakers opens around 3 p.m. every single day for food, and it closes pretty late.
Headed across deck 6 towards the Royal Promenade, you will find Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar. Giovanni's is where you can go to get excellent pizza, tiramisu, and, like any good Italian restaurant, some really good pasta. I would also recommend ordering off of the wine bar menu at some point so that you can get the arancini, which is not on the regular menu, because it is excellent. Giovanni's is open for dinner every night of your cruise, and it is open for lunch on both embarkation day and sea days.
Now let's head up to deck 8 and back to Central Park. And we're going to go to Chop's Grill, which is the steakhouse on board Star of the Seas. Chop's Grill is a Royal Caribbean staple, and it's on almost every single one of their ships. They are a traditional steakhouse that serves steaks like ribeyes and fillets, and they have really good desserts like their cheesecake and key lime pie. Chop's Grill is open for dinner every night of your cruise and lunch on your sea days. Their lunch menu features their signature hamburger if you want to try that as well.
Also in Central Park, we have Izumi, the sushi and hibachi restaurant on board Star of the Seas. Izumi serves all of your favorite sushi dishes and also offers classic hibachi, dinner and a show. For sushi, we recommend the fudomaki roll and the crispy spicy shrimp roll. We have never tried the hibachi, but if you have, let us know how it was. We love hibachi on land, so we are curious. Izumi is open for dinner every night of your cruise and for lunch on sea days. Also located right next door is Izumi in the Park, which is new to Royal Caribbean, and this is where you can get a couple small sushi rolls, a few little appetizer light bites like the dumplings, which were really good, and the internet famous bubble waffle ice cream. Just like Izumi in the Park is also a specialty venue. It is going to have an upcharge. If you have the unlimited dining package, you do get a $10 credit per person per day that you can put towards this.
Staying on Deck 8, near the front of the ship, is a restaurant that's more of a dining experience, and it's Lincoln Park Supper Club. Lincoln Park Supper Club is themed to Prohibition-era Chicago. It's known for live jazz music themed to Chicago, the city, not the band, and elegant food and great drinks. We ate at Lincoln Park Supper Club on our sailing on Star of the Seas, and we loved it. It was amazing. It's a perfect blend of a dinner and a show with live music. The service is wonderful, and the desserts are even better. Make sure you try Lincoln Park Supper Club on your sailing. Dinner starts at $200 per person, but if you have the unlimited dining package, it's $130 per person. We loved it.
Going back up to Deck 15 in the Aquadome is the specialty restaurant Hooked. This is going to be your classic seafood restaurant. It is open for dinner every night of your cruise and for lunch on sea days. A great thing about the lunch menu is they offer a delicious fish sandwich and a lobster roll. But for dinner, they have some fantastic options such as surf and turf, lobster, and really good coconut shrimp. In the back corner section of Hooked is also where you will find Celebration Table and Chef's Table. These are elevated dining experiences, so make sure that you check your cruise planner for more information if you are interested in them. We have never tried them, so if you have, please let us know how it was and if we should try it.
Now we'll head back down to Deck 7 and the Surfside. And yes, Surfside has a specialty dining restaurant. It's located near the back by the splash pad, and it's called Pier 7. Pier 7 is open for dinner every night of your cruise and brunch on your sea days. Pier 7 is known for its California-style menu. It has a prix-fixe menu, and children under the age of 12 eat free with the purchase of an adult entree. We had a couple dishes that were really good at Pier 7. One was the Korean fried chicken, and the other was the Baja fish tacos. Make sure you try those.
Headed back into the Royal Promenade on Deck 5 across from the Logo Shop and the Pearl is where you will find the licensed Starbucks onboard Star of the Seas. This is where you can get all of your favorite Starbucks drinks and snack items that you love on land. Keep in mind that this is an extra charge. It is not included in any of the dining or beverage packages.
And the last venue on board Star of the Seas is located up on Deck 16 in Thrill Island, and it's Deserted Milkshake. Deserted Milkshake is a milkshake bar on board Star of the Seas, and I don't know if milkshakes count as food or drink, so we're including them in the food. Deserted Milkshakes are not included in any of the dining or drink packages, so they do have a charge. But they are some outrageous milkshakes. Make sure you check out their menu and see if any of them are something that you'd like to try on your cruise. There you have it. That's all of the food and dining options on board Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. We went through all of the included or complimentary dining venues along with all of the specialty dining options that are available on board this incredible, amazing cruise ship. If you have any questions about the dining venues or the dining experiences on Star of the Seas, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. If you'd like to help support the channel and you like this video, make sure you
like this video
and subscribe to our channel for more. And if you need us, we'll be up in the Windjammer because it's embarkation day and they have lobster, scallops, shrimp, filet mignon, and other good food like crab. I'm Travis.
And I'm Nicole.
Thanks so much for watching.